Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to some more Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, and today we are going to be looking at a character that really needs no introduction, but we're going to give it to her anyway. It is Impa. Impa is one of the very first characters that you were given in this game, and the game already does a pretty good job of teaching you how to use her, so today we're going to be emphasizing primarily her core strengths. This is a very, very potent character. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know this by now, and a big part of what makes her so good is that I've mentioned in previous videos that the focus of Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity isn't about wave clear nearly as it is about whole single target damage. Single target damage is something that Impa does very, very well at by virtue of being able to build special meter faster than anyone else in the game and firing it off no problem. Her entire playstyle revolves around special meter, and you're going to be seeing that today. When it comes to weapon usage, honestly, like, you can't go wrong. Just bring up the damage. I've already done a video where I would test out how much damage affects weak point gauge destruction, and for the most part, she does so well by virtue of her clones just doing regular attacks. A couple of combos can come in handy here and there, but more often than not, mostly just for style points. I think there may be some scenarios where specific combos will come in handy, but for the most part, just having all of your clones available and firing off specials is the way to go in this game, and we'll be looking at that today. Overall, just buff up your damage as much as possible. Try to focus on getting special attack charge rates and special attack damage if you can, but I think charge rate would be most handy in most scenarios anyway, which you'll be seeing today. So, the first thing I want to point out about Impa is that she has these symbols that she throws out. You use your regular symbol, your unique action, and then you hit the strong attack twice and you follow it up. Or you have to hit it twice in order to follow it up. The game does a very, very good job of teaching you that, but what makes it so important, again, is just the rates at which she is able to recharge her special. The other thing too about Impa, which I really, really enjoy, is that she's so fast. Pretty much you would just rush up to enemies, and the moment you see them swing, if you're lucky, you get a good dodge. Not only will you get the flurry rush, but you'll also get some additional attacks to augment that flurry rush. Even if you don't get the flurry rush for her last minute dodge, what's going to happen there is you can actually go ahead and cancel that into a stasis. A very, very important thing for people to remember when it comes to Impa and stasis is that while she does go into a locked animation, you can actually dodge cancel out of that. So basically you would be locked in this combo, but you can actually dodge cancel out of it and just do the combo like normal. It's very, very important that people learn to do that. It's not something the game teaches you immediately, but it's a fairly useful skill to learn for most characters, especially the ones that do lock you in some sort of restricted animation. The restricted animation slashes aren't particularly useful. It's much, much better that you just go ahead and dodge cancel and do a combo of your own. That would definitely be one of the scenarios where doing her basic combos is a good idea. But for the most part though, especially if you have high damage and if you're going at lower difficulties, just regular attacks is more than enough to carry you through the game. She's a very, very solid character. And I think that's all I could really say though. Again, like I said, for the most part, building up the special meter is something that she's very, very good at. It's something that you want to place a lot of emphasis on overall when you're playing the game. And she's just such a solid character overall. She has no problem bursting down your targets. There's only really so much I could say without Impa that wouldn't be better off just showing you guys what it is, so we're going to go ahead and do just that. Show off a little bit of a mission right now. Okay, so here's the deal with the Impa demonstration. We're going to defend Hyrule Castle on very hard difficulty. And the thing I really, really like about Defend Hyrule Castle is it's one of my go-to sources of just quick cash. For the most part, this map is going to give a lot of meat products, and there is a special store that periodically appears from time to time that buys meat at a premium, and we're going to be capitalizing on that real soon. Speaking of meat, we're going to be using a creamy meat soup in tandem with all these other special attack charge rate items, and we're going to be charging really, really fast. I've placed so much emphasis on how quickly she builds meter. a lot of her combos, I know I normally like to mention the combos of movesets before I get into the actual demonstration, but to be honest, most of them are purely incidental, but you're going to see why real soon. So let's go ahead, defend Hyrule Castle. The most ironic thing about Impa is that she's all about that refined ninja technique. Refinement and technique is like the last thing I would use to describe this character, I think. And you're gonna see why real soon. Got hit by the giant laser. Oh well. If we get hit, we get hit. Okay, so there comes the stasis. We can start building meter real quickly, put ourselves in a good position. Most of her combos, again, like, they're purely incidental, where they're just kind of the thing that helps you speed up the breaking process, but for the most part, it doesn't matter which one you pick, because the thing about Age of Calamity is that, for the most part, a lot of the weak point gauge breaking frequency and consistency is going to stem primarily from your weapon. Do another laser beam? Oh yeah. So again, quickly building up that meter, and then we can move in for the weak point smash. Alright. Now, the other thing about the seals that you collect is that you can actually refresh them. If you have less than 3, then you can use one special, which you'll be kind of having an uptime on basically all the time, and then you can use their special to recharge it back, or you'll get 1 back. So you can see over here we have 0, expending all 3 of them. But then we're going to get 1 back from this moblin. Stasis, get the seal, get another one. For the most part, you can just go ahead and burst them down. You don't even need to necessarily break the weak point gauges. It's really solid. She's a very good character. Like, if you haven't already decided to main this character, she's a very good alternative as well. Get some hits in to a whatever combo. I just realized this is like one of the worst stages for the purposes of hallways. Hallways and frame rates, that's, I guess that's like the only real flaw about Impa, that she emphasizes those issues with this game. Trust me, she's doing a special right now. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. Hit freeze. Will I have enough? Oh yeah, we had enough! I was thinking of going for a weak point gauge, and I think I did, but it's hard to tell because, again, closed off hallways. Let's give ourselves 1 more glyph, 1 more symbol. Pause. Because I know that there is an enemy, a guardian, that's fairly frail, and it should take only one special for us to delete it. But let's build up some meter first. It's gonna charge up. Yep. Let's get all of our meter while we can. It's very easy to deal with guardians if you're playing as Impa, simply because she charges special up so fast, just wailing away on that guardian. And if it's on a higher difficulty and you didn't kill them outright, then just go ahead and go for a special. Use her invincibility, take advantage of that. She is a great character. Like, there's very little bad that I could say about her. The only time I find her a little bit lacking, and this is very minor and very specific, but if I were to go for nitpicks for this character, it would be that on very hard difficulty, with like the really high level requirements or the high level recommendation, she is a little bit lacking in the sense that when it comes to... She's a bit lacking that when it comes to using weak point gauges, breaking them, and then finishing the enemies off, she doesn't kill as fast as I was like, but that's very minor, because I think the only other moveset that can outdamage her purely from a weak point gauge break is Two-Handed Link. And to be honest, this is coming from the guy that's basically maxed out that weapon too, so... It's not even, I wouldn't even call it a complaint. It's just, it's a very minor nitpick in the grand scheme of things. Alright, might as well go for that weak point gauge. There is a ton of moblins in this outpost, and we can line them both up, create a giant explosion for ourselves. since this is all 3 symbols we're losing, again, you're almost always going to have one. Let's go for another one, why not? Why go for refinements? Just go for sheer destruction. Ugh, this is such a great character. I remember when this character was introduced and how excited I was, but there were some people that said that, oh, she doesn't look badass enough. To be honest, it's not about how you look that makes you awesome. It's about what you do, and to be honest, this Impa is already like a million times cooler than Hyrule Warriors 1 Impa, or Skyward Sword Impa, like, you know, the ones that people gravitate towards. Okay, here we go. We're gonna get 1 symbol back. Oh, do you know what? I didn't even realize I was going to do a combo 6. I should have kept hitting that attack button. That's okay. That's okay. Well, like, there's very little margin for error when it comes to Impa as well. Just keep on going on the offensive. If you like simplicity and you don't care about elegance, play Impa. If you like to win, you play Impa. If you like wanton destruction, well, that's Impa. Welcome to my TED Talk. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, I mean. Is this enough? Wait, we can just build it up right now. Yep, okay. Goodbye, Lionel. It's nice knowing you. The Impa train has no stops. We can just build meter on this guy. We don't even need to go for weak point gauge. Because weak point gauge, ironically, would actually be kind of slow. For all my talk of saying that weak point gauge is the most important thing, not for this map and not for Impa. Okay, so yeah, you also might have noticed on the right side of the screen, all of the meats progs that I got. That's going to be for selling later at the specialized store. That is very, very important for what we're trying to do here. The thing is, we're actually just about to finish this mission. The thing about Impa is that she gets outposts really, really fast. There we go. Cancel. Yeah, might as well get what we can. Like, even during stasis, you can go and try to get your glyphs. I got hit. Oh wait, no, what am I saving my meters for? There's so many enemies I can build meter off of. Like, it's just quick decision making with Impa, and it's great. Okay, we have 2 bars of special, but we can easily... Oh, okay, never mind. Just as I was saying it, we just immediately got it back because Impa's broken. So broken. There isn't really much I can say about this character. Like I said, simplicity. That's what this character is about. So again, you fire off 1 special, you get a symbol, you fire off a 2nd special, you get another symbol, and then you fire off a 3rd special, or you have a special performed at 3 symbols. Why are we waiting this long? Even if you just have a small sliver of health, it's just all that time that you save. And just, like, you just keep thinking forward. You just think to yourself, okay, well, I'll burn all this special here, but it's so easy to build it back, and that's what makes her so great. A very, very good pick. Again, just emphasize special recharge rates, and you're going to do just fine with Impa. There's so much, really, about Impa that I could potentially say, but to be honest, I think she speaks for herself. A very, very solid character, a very solid pick. You definitely want to at least keep this character in your pocket for a while. You want to have her around in case, like, there's, like, maybe you want to unlock materials, or you want to go into a restricted map, so then you would, like, get another controller out and play as Impa. If you want. You don't have to, but that's something that has worked for me in the past. Whether it's using Impa, Two-Handed Sword Link, anything, really what makes Impa stand out in comparison to all the other characters in this game is just how easily you can pick her up and do so well, and I think that pretty much encapsulates Age of Calamity in general. Just, you think less about your performance, you think less about your execution, and you just fire off specials like it's nothing. But yeah, easiest character in the game, you guys. there was really no reason for me to make a video about this other than this was fun. It's always fun seeing those meters, and I hope you guys enjoyed it at least half as much as I did. But yeah, great character. Not really much else I can say except just nuke everything because you're Impa, and that's that. So guys, thank you very, very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Take care, everyone.